You know what is really crazy? We all think we know what American food is. We think it's burgers, fries, apple pie, but we don't. It's not because that's not what people eat in America. It's just that those aren't American foods. Those were brought here by Europeans and by Africans and have evolved into what we now call American food. Everything you think you know about American food is wrong. In this series, we're going to explore the hidden histories of some of America's most iconic dishes. You'll be surprised to find out where they came from and how they got to your plate. So grab a fork and get ready to dig into some tasty tailies that will change the way you look at your next meal. We'll start with the basics and work our way up. We're not just eating, we're eating our way through American history. First up, let's talk about fried chicken. Now, when you think of fried chicken, you probably think of America. But did you know that the tradition of frying chicken actually goes back to West Africa? Enslaved Africans brought their knowledge of frying techniques and their love for chicken with them to the Americas. Over time, they developed their own recipes, including one for fried chicken that would become famous worldwide. Now, many people credit Colonel Sanders with inventing the original recipe fried chicken we all know and love today. But the truth is much more complicated. Enslaved Africans had been preparing fried chicken long before Sanders came along. They used techniques like brining and double dredging to create crispy, juicy chicken that would make any home cook blush. And while Sanders did popularize fried chicken, he wasn't the first to come up with the idea. He took inspiration from African American cooks and their traditional methods, adapting them to his own taste and creating a fast food empire that would become a household name. Next, let's take a trip to Italy and talk about pizza. Did you know that pizzas originated in Naples, Italy? In the 18th century, street vendors would sell flatbreads topped with ingredients like tomatoes and cheese. But when Italian immigrants arrived in the United States, they brought their culinary traditions with them. They adapted pizza to local ingredients and tastes, and soon enough, it became an American classic. While New York-style pizza is widely popular, there are countless variations across the country. Deep dish pizza from Chicago, Detroit style with its thick crust and hexagonal shapes, and California style with gourmet toppings. But no matter where you go, one thing is for sure. Pizza is more than just a food. It's a slice of American culture. But what about hot dogs? What's the story behind these iconic American sausages? Well, the answer might surprise you. Hot dogs actually have German roots. Frankfurt am Main, Germany was a city known for its delicious sausages. In the early 20th century, immigrants from that city brought their recipes to New York City, and soon enough, hot dogs became a summertime staple at Coney Island. But that doesn't mean that hot dogs are purely German. American ingenuity and the desire for fast, affordable food played a big role in turning them into a national treasure. Today, hot dogs are enjoyed all over the country, whether you prefer them with mustard, relish, sauerkraut, or even chocolate sauce. They're a fun, tasty treat that brings people together. And don't forget about native foods. Before European colonizers arrived in North America, indigenous peoples had been cultivating crops like corn, beans, and squash. These foods became staples in many American diets and continue to be celebrated today. From corn on the cob to baked beans, native influence can be found throughout American cuisine. Enslaved people also made significant contributions to American cooking, especially in the South. They brought with them traditions and techniques that would shape the region's cuisine forever. Andouille and boudin, jambalaya and gumbo, shrimp and grits, and so much more. These dishes are not only delicious, but they're also testaments to the resilience and resourcefulness of those who created them. And then there's Prohibition. This era of American history had a major impact on our food and drink culture. During the 1920s and 30s, alcohol was illegal, but that didn't stop people from wanting to drink. Speakeasies became popular spots for cocktails and other tasty treats, and some of these drinks became classics, like the French 75 and the Bee's Knees. But it wasn't just cocktails that were on the menu. Snacks like pigs in a blanket and deviled eggs were also popular during this time. These finger foods were perfect for parties and they remain popular today, especially during the holidays. Some of the best examples of how all these factors have combined to create distinctly American dishes can be found in Louisiana. Gumbo, for example, is a Creole masterpiece that combines African, French, Spanish, and Native American influences. It's a thick stew made with seafood, chicken, sausage, and vegetables, and it's often served over rice. The history of gumbo is a delicious mix of cultures and traditions, just like the ingredients in the dish itself. Another example is New England clam chowder. This creamy soup might seem like a simple fisherman's stew, but it has a surprisingly complex history. Early versions of chowder were brought to the United States by British sailors, and it evolved over time to include ingredients like potatoes and tomatoes. Today, it's considered an American classic, but its origins can be traced back to the seafaring days of old. And let's not forget about California cuisine. This innovative style of cooking emerged in the mid-20th century, and it was all about using fresh, diverse produce and incorporating flavors from different cultures. Some of the most famous California dishes include cioppino, a seafood stew with Italian roots, and California burritos, which are larger and more diverse in their fillings than their Mexican counterparts. The future of American taste is constantly evolving. New waves of immigration are bringing fresh ingredients and exciting flavors to the country. As more and more people from different cultures settle in America, they'll share their traditions and introduce new foods to the mix. Who knows what kind of dishes will become classics in the years to come? And let's not forget about the growing movement towards sustainable and ethical eating. More and more people are becoming aware of where their food comes from and how it's made. As this movement gains momentum, it could shape the way we eat and what we put on our plates. From humble beginnings to national icons, the story of American food is a reflection of the country's history. It's a melting pot of flavors and traditions that have come together to create a unique culinary experience. So the next time you sit down to a meal, take a moment to appreciate the journey that brought the food to your plate. And remember, everything you think you know about American food is wrong. It's just not true, and that's what makes it so exciting. There's always something new to discover, and every bite tells a story. So keep exploring, keep trying new things, and keep sharing your own culinary adventures. Thank you for joining us on this journey through American food. We hope you've learned something new and discovered a passion for exploring your own food traditions. If you have your own stories or recipes to share, please do. We love hearing about your culinary experiences and the hidden histories behind your favorite dishes. Remember, the best is yet to come. Keep an eye out for more episodes as we continue to uncover the surprising stories behind American classics.